As usual, we're not really gonna have an introduction to this stream. It's just gonna start immediately because it's a dev stream. And in today's dev stream, we're taking a step back from resource zone making because we're gonna make a bunch of resource zones in the future. We can make a bunch in the future. So we're gonna work on the player today. I didn't do this, by the way. I forgot to do this. That's okay. We're fine. I get I don't even like post these on any social media. These ones will be a bit more subtle to the reality, to the world, you know. Subtle, yeah, we'll use that word. Hold, where is oh yeah, this one. There it is. Now, if you remember last time we finished making a resource zone. Honestly, I think I might reshape the way the paths look though, because I'd really like it to have a cool path, a cooler path than a giant face. We'll think. I'll do that in the future though. We're gonna work on making the player and making him not suck. So the first thing I want to do with this one for once. So I have this input here. This is good input. This is like the good way of making the input. You can actually make really shitty input. I've made really terrible input before. The way it works is if you put like... Wait, what? Wait, what was this saying? Oh, hey, there it is. The shitty input is like to, well, actually, okay, the input is not great, I'll have to admit. But the way I handle the vectors here is the good thing. So basically, this one, this way, the reason why I say this is good vectors is because if I'm like opening this up, right? And let's say I am moving in one direction. If I change direction, I move the other direction, right? But let's say I let go of the other direction. I go back to the original direction. Now, the way to make this terrible and feel awful is you just set this to 0. So whenever you let go of the other one, I can't do it. It's too hard for me to do it because it's like asking me to get my hand off the keyboard. Okay, well, actually, I guess it would be like that. Okay, never mind. I got it. It's like if you, let's say I went like, okay, I was going like this way, and then I went like this way, and then I let go of the A key because that's what I have it set to go left, and I just stopped. Okay, that one didn't work because I walked into the wall. Okay, this time I let go of the D key and I stopped. I remember whenever I was in game dev class, I made that we made that error sometimes. Well, like the first time. So this is like the better way of doing it, I think. You kind of like you keep track of whether or not you were moving in a certain direction already previously, or in the opposite direction previously, and then you enforce that if you were moving the opposite direction previously, then you go back to the opposite direction. It makes for very smooth movement, but I think that there is one thing here that we aren't really handling. Input map. This window I will capture. If I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Am I not allowed to? No. It's my sister's birthday today, by the way. Oh, there it is. There it is. I missed it in the settings. Or in this, in OBS. By the way, is this low? By the way, I have my fan on. I have it on, so... I've just said screw it, it's on. So yeah, there's a thing in Godot called an input map. And I want to use this because this will enable me to make a bunch of inputs that will work on like a different device, like on a phone. Now the problem is that I've never used this before. So we're gonna see. Move up. Oh yeah, it could also add controller support. So I don't know about that. I don't know about controller support. For this game where you have to like move around, we're gonna make you like maybe that can be like a thing too, you know. You know, I think I have to give these a really actually, I guess that the player and cursor are basically the same movement, right? Basically the same movement pattern. Yeah. Move up does work. Move down. That would be like move down, move left, move right. Right? Move right. Wait, show built-in actions. Oh my god, there's built-in actions. We didn't need these. UI accept. Oh, I understand this. Wait, UI select. Oh, okay, wait. Wait, Xbox Y. Sony triangle. What the heck? What is accept then for the there's no accept here for the controller. See, I'm wondering this because whenever I used a different VTuber program long ago, basically what happened was every single time I hit X on a controller, and none of these are X. It was a Sony X. It was a PlayStation. It was like a I was using my old PS4 controller. It was a Is that one DualShock? Yeah, it's a DualShock 4. That thing would always reset my position. And that program was made in Godot. I don't really maybe the old versions of Godot had controls where they would sort of do things. Oh frick, wait, they want me to use the actual keys. No. I'm gonna hide this actually because it's just actually I guess I don't have to. Here. You're gonna show up, there you go. We'll change left to D? No, sorry, A. Keyboard keys. Oh. Wow, that is far away. Okay. Yeah, we can change this to A. So wait, I can like... Oh, wow. Oh no, this is UI left. Wait a minute. This is UI left. What? Okay. Okay, change it back to left. Whoa. I see. You know what? Hold on. Let me take a look here again. UI. UI select. Huh. You know, I think okay. Okay, this is interesting. This is very strange. Okay. I think I have to make new ones actually. Also, I really have to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Yeah, we're gonna have to make, oops. We're gonna have to make some, I guess that the thing here is they use the lowercase. So if we have, wait, okay, so is there anyone taking up, there's like a lot of these. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of these. Okay. So if we want one that's like player move up. That one needs to exist. That can go up. Does that go on the bottom or that goes on the bottom? I guess, does the pin mean that it's like a built-in one? I don't know if this matters too much. So I can add up player move down, player move left, player move right. There we go. I do need all these, I think. I think that's 5. Who cares? I don't think it matters in any other way. So we have to add A. Can I just wait for up? It has to be W. Yep. I guess actually this should be W Latin equivalent. I don't know. Then this one needs to be what? S. Not wait, not shift and S, just S. Oh frick. There. Oh, I can just type it. A. Physical. I don't know how much this matters. I hope it doesn't matter too much. Actually, you know what? It might matter. Position on US QWERTY. Latin or a Latin equivalent. You know, I imagine I probably want position on US QWERTY keyboard the more I think about it. Because I mean, like, if I have it on if somebody else has a different kind of keyboard, then it's gonna be confusing. It says position on US QWERTY keyboard too. I don't know how other keyboards actually look. I haven't really been involved in anything like that, like looking at what keyboards look like. Like for like what is a keyboard layout? This one is QWERTY with WASD. That's a keyboard for piano. They've all had WASD for eons. Oh wow, that keyboard is wonky. Okay, no, I don't know if we're gonna. Yeah, that seems good. That seems fine. And now we have to go like this. Let's get let's hide those. Controller, I need you. Controller, in a rare stint, I need you for this. This is how you make controller settings. So W, that's like this. Yeah. This is the easy way of doing it anyway. Oh wait. Oh wait. Hold on. Edit this one. Oh, it's a minus. 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 Okay, okay. And then that. And then I need it again later. I think that field pickup. Would it be field well, this would have to be like maybe interact button is a better term for this. Is the E key taken at all? I have no idea. I don't know if I have to like get rid of all these. I don't see that the E key is taken. So we'll make E the pickup button. I don't know how I actually don't know how to make it to where you can make your keys editable. It's probably really easy and something that you can do in like a UI, but I'd have to figure it out. But we'll do interact. Sorry, this will be like world UI interact. Yeah. And that will be, I mean, like, dead zone. Is there even a need for a dead zone? E. This X. And then if I put this on mobile, I have no idea how I'm going to make interact work. Maybe there's just a button at the bottom. I did say that I would make like the UI a little bigger. Yeah, this is all of these. You have to do these. I'm going to learn now how to actually use these though. I'm literally going to learn right this moment how I'm supposed to use these. Um, whoops. How does one use this input map? Input map, good though. Does it? Is that really how this works? Input examples. Maybe that's more helpful for me. Oh, okay. So if I do if event is, or wait, sorry, but is action pressed. Ah. Can you use... Well, no, this is kind of annoying, actually. Hmm. Okay, I'm thinking about how I'm supposed to do this. Hold on. Let me think. So if I do... See, I don't want to do like if. I want to do another match, because this would be a lot... This would make it a lot more simple. How do I do a match? We go... Is action released? Is action pressed? Wow. There's two different ones. It's not even a Boolean either. It's like a... What are these? Okay, input events. Is action release? Hmm. Okay. So if I go... Can you get like the action... Wait, string as text. String representation of the event. Okay, what if I do print event dot as text? What will this show me? That's not helpful at all. That is completely and totally unhelpful. Okay. It just it just pushes a smatter it pushes a bunch of them. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on, wait. If I'm reading here and it says if is wait, event is press. That has nothing in it. So elif okay. Can I work with that? Yes, I actually can. Does this have a property? No, that's only the device. Dang. Well, dang, this is horrible. This actually is kind of horrible. Huh. It's like I do have to do the if wall. You can't get the text at all. Is match. This is the unstable documentation. That's very annoying. Wait, hold on. Actually, maybe I just click this one. There, that puts us back into stable, but stable is not different in any way. Accumulate. Strange. This is very strange. This is like you got just to show you what I mean by this is strange, and this makes it very annoying that I have to use like a bunch of if statements. Here is what I'm saying, okay? It wants me to like individually check this. I can't check the action itself. Like I don't know. I can't grab like the names themselves. And even hold on. Even the input example is kind of suspect. Like they even use this part, this stuff. they do it with every single one. I guess in the case of like if you were playing like a platformer, this would be fine because you only move left and right. But this is otherwise not that great. You know, it's just not that great. I'm going to like I'm gonna have to think really hard about how I'm supposed to do this. I would like to use a match thing, but honestly it's not looking like I can do that. You can't get the name of the event. I guess actually it's just the input. Hmm. Can you like... Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. Project settings. No, that didn't do what I wanted at all, actually. You can't bundle the different input events together. This is like the efficient way of doing this, though. I'm gonna write a million elifs. You can't get well, I guess you can't reverse engineer the input event. Okay, wait, hold on. Hmm. You know, all these inputs are actually going to go into a different file. Here, let me go ahead and... Did I already start one of those? No. This will be just a node. This will be the input handler. I'm still going to work on it inside of here, but let's feel like we're doing something. That's the just this the like brainy truth. I don't like it, but I think I have to do like... If I want the controllers to work, I have to do something like... that, like 500 million times over. Like, I have to do this. You know? This is what a match would do. This is literally unraveling the switch case. Oy. Hate it. But if I don't do this, then like I can't do this. Like I can't make the controller work. That one was W. This one is... Oops, this is the wrong one. And then this one would be right. And then I literally have to just do the opposite. Release. Frick. I've totally... Wait, did I mess this up? No, I didn't. I didn't. Okay. This one is left. I put these in a bad order too. Oh frick, I had Control C instead of Control V. Disaster. Okay. Hold on. PD. This one. I copied the wrong thing. If I... We'll see how this feels maybe. Wait. Yeah, okay, this was right. Yeah, let me get rid of all this. Let me just not get rid of all this. Control K all this. Sorry, hold on. Let's see. Does it work with my thing now? Oh shoot. Hold on. I think I may have messed something up in code. Yeah, I think I did. Did I mess something up in code? Wait a minute. What? Okay, wait, no, I think I'm messing up in the input map. No, I didn't. I didn't mess something up in the input map. I did not mess something up in the input map. Hold on. If I move up with the Rasta here. It doesn't even do it right with the controller. It doesn't do it right at all. It's like, it's totally messed up too. Like, it's not going down whenever I put down. It even, look, it's even releasing to value 0. Maybe I need to... Maybe the input map sucks, actually. Maybe the better way of doing it... Maybe the better way of doing it is to get rid of this. Let's return to this. Alright, this is lovely. I think the better way for me to do this is to have like an option in the menu that says you are using a keyboard or you are using a controller, or it detects whether or not you're using an Android phone or like a Apple phone or whatever. I was looking into that actually, how to detect what OS, like whether or not they're on mobile or if they're on PC. Maybe there just needs to be like 2 different builds or something. Because, you know, the way I was thinking about doing mobile, if I try to make this mobile, is you just tap on the square and then that goes to whatever like thing you want. But I'm not sure how you would make him. I would have to make additional UI for like picking stuff up. It's kind of like do I have it on the screen? Like if the cursor, if I like clicked there, then it would move like that way, and then like it would move in a circle. It's like Vampire Survivors, kind of. That's what I mean. When you use the mouse instead of using the keyboard. Which is ugh, but on mobile, you know, it works. I could also add like a pseudo joystick maybe. That could be something. It just moves with you. I'd have to add a button at the bottom though. There's not like any combat in this game, luckily. I think if I want to make this work though, I really do have to do like a using like a controller, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, input handler. Congratulations, you're now the input handler. You now run the land of input. Yep. Hold on. There. You know, I don't know if this is supposed to be like... Wait, did I make this be called something? No, I didn't. Wow. Input handler. I will now be entrusting to you all of the input. No, wait, not the physics though. Not the physics. The more I think about it, this stuff probably has to edit. This stuff probably has to call like a change in the character's direction, in the player's direction. So, okay, hold on. Now the problem with this actually is that you don't get the ability to like change the keys. That is convoluted actually. Maybe these do need to be in player then. See, it's always a confusing thing for me. Do I put inputs in the player itself or do I not? You know, it's always a convoluted thing. Because now I have to access the information of the player. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't use an input handler. I mean, there's not like any real... There's nothing else that's going to use the input handler. Everything else is going to be click-based. It's just the player that's going to be inputting and nothing else. Alright, is there like a input joypad? Input event joypad? There is. Okay, wait, there is. We'll split input up then. Inupt. This will be in here. Wait, no, actually, this will be in here. This stuff will all be in here. Oh, jeez. Oh, frick. Is it wrong? Is the... How is the indentation wrong? I actually don't know how the indent is wrong. Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. Wait, it's wrong still? If not, my resource is int. No, it's fine. It's literally fine, right? Like, finely written. Handle the input. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna restart my Godot. Think it's fucked up. I think I fucked it up by doing that. No, it is still saying this. It is still saying that I'm like doing this wrong. I don't know how I don't know what I'm messing up on. I hit enter that time. That was enter. Okay, what if we just get rid of Keezy? No. Oh, wait, I get it. These are all over by 1. Oops. And actually, that means... Oh, these guys are over by 1. And... Oh, right. There we go. It's that one? That's the one, right? Yeah, joypad motion. Weird. We'll make a second function called handle controller motion, or we'll just say controller input actually, and we'll put the event in there, and we'll say pass for now because I want this to not be read anymore. That's what goes on in the brain. Or event is input event joypad button. With that. And now we have to do some stuff. I think honestly I should change these. I should change these. That's what I should do. Oh wait, I remember. I was like, why are these random eye colors or numbers in here? Oh yeah, I was trying to make random colors. Right. I think we need to change these to maybe like up pressed. You know? This needs to be left pressed. And this is not referring to the keys themselves, right?
Are you blind? What in God?
Oh, someone fell it.
Better luck next time.
Wow, that was so loud because there's no sound. I don't play any music in the stream. That's crazy. That was like audible. Wait, that was not down. No, wait, it was down. What am I saying? Right. Hi. Is there... do you know anything about Godot? Because I was trying to use the input map and I realized I couldn't use a match code. Oh, I know how I can do these actually. I know how to make these. I just thought about how I can make these. I just thought about how I can make these still this, but make these to where they're not the same. Like I can make them editable. I think I can anyway. Actually, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe it can't allow variable event things. Oh, okay. That's fine then. The input map really just seems sucky. Well, it's like the switch case for this. That's what the match is. Does this work if I do this? Var. Can I make it a key code? Hold on, wait a minute. Event key. Oh, it's a key. Var. Up button. Or up. I'll be specific here. It has like an input map, but the input map doesn't do anything. Hold on. Oh wait. I just realized that it looks like this whole time. I'm so sorry. I need this one to show. It's got this thing, but this thing doesn't actually, like, you have to do this. If you use this, you have to use it in a way that's weird, and actually it didn't even work. Anyway, this thing lets you map certain things to, like, to actions, but it didn't even work for me. It actually insta-broke. Like, I was holding up And it just started moving, it just kept moving up over and over again. And it wasn't a problem with code, it was a problem with the input handler. Maybe it's a problem with my controller. I don't... Actually, no, that's not true, because it went to 0. It like showed in code that the input event went to 0. Like, I was printing... I guess I just stopped printing the thing. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. So instead, I'm just manually handling my inputs. You have to make your own input handler, actually, kind of. I'm gonna keep all this in the player though, in the player character, because I don't think anything else, I'm gonna control anything else in this. So the only one who's using the input is the player. Maybe I can like put it in a class and then have the player have it though. But first, I want to do it in here. You know, if I use a controller, I can do some stuff. Oh yeah. So I actually don't have to do much here. I just have to do if event dot... Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing. If event dot is... Oh wait, sorry, is input event... You know, I could do something helpful here and say that this is a... Oh wait, no. I just have to put input event. And now it'll auto. I just have to take the axis and like... Yeah, I just have to take the axis and like use it. I have to mute for a moment. I just have to take the axis values. That's what I was trying to say. Wait, what the heck? I'm just reading. I'm reading how they did the axes in this, and this is kind of wonky. Okay. Actually, I can't just simply do this. They've made it confusing. Weird. I have to do another match case. You see, I thought it was like... Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe it's not as wonky as I think it is. Match. Input. I have to use another match input, or sorry, match event. dot joy axis. Sorry, map dot axis. That's what it's called. Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is weird. Okay. Um. This is so weird for me. I haven't used it. I don't make joypad. I haven't made a game that uses a joypad. I didn't have to make one in college either. I didn't have to make one. Show me the joypad motion, please. Description. What was it called? Oh wait, I'm on joypad motion. Show me the joy axis enums. Joy axis. Oh geez. Okay, these are quite the names. Joy axis left. Wait. Oh, no, I'm confused. I'm looking at this differently. Oh, no. Okay, never mind, never mind. No, I can do it this way. Actually, in fact, I can just like... I do need to do this, but it's only 2. For some reason... whenever I read this, I thought that these were both left. I didn't think about the fact that I was thinking like it was like left and right on moving the axis, but no, these are both the left joystick. I got very confused. Okay. If it's this one, then we need to do this one. Will set dot x will equal event dot x value. And then if it's joy axis y left y, oops, cannot type. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait, you can't even see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's controls with a freaking controller right there. Oh yeah, that's a nice smooth control. That was nice and simple actually. I mean, this is just I just have this cuz I'm just using this as like the placeholder for the test character. I was trying to test last time whether or not I could walk through these barriers that I placed. And luckily I cannot. That's a nice movement actually. That is some nice movement. I could be obnoxious instead and make it -1 or 1. Wait, here's the obnoxious way I could do it. 1 if is greater than 0, else -1. Wait. Oh, never mind. No, I can't do it that way. That is a very bad way of doing this. That way is that way would have been a really I would have to add another line of code. Doing it that way. This is actually the best way in general. And then if I wanted to do elif event is Whoops. Input event joypad button. Then I could do. Man, what did the joypad button look like? What does that one look like? Joy button. I guess it's joy button A. I only really want one button for now. Honestly, this needs to be edited eventually. This actually needs to be E as well. I'm making it E now. Why is it the joy button? Because it's a joy con. They use antiquated language. Oh, wait. Event dot wait, is it like event dot joy button? It's event dot joy button. I definitely need to change this in the future though. This area needs to change to like whatever interacting with something would be. So now if I hit like the oh frick. Invalid access to joy button on base input event joypad button. Okay, I clearly need to reread this. Or read this at all. It's button index. That's what it is. Button index. Alright, try again. There we go. Now we're eating all of the carrots and potatoes. The blue carrots, the green carrots, the blue potatoes. I said it backwards. Wait, this is way simple. Can I hold the button? Oh man, I can't hold the button? What if I made something? What if I made what if I don't like that I can't hold the button. What if I made it for my own convenience sake? No, I think I'm just gonna lower the amount of spawns whenever I actually make the resource zones work right. No. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I would just reduce the amount of things in the spawned area. Base resource zone. What do I have it at? 30? What if we have it at a 3? See? Now there's like almost no point in me making it be a hold button thing. There's way fewer carrots and potatoes in the world now. You know what I could do though? If the I'm gonna have like a system where the player has a certain amount of which I shouldn't I need to work on that now. If the player has a certain amount of actions, maybe if their actions exceed the amount of resources in the world, it just does like a resource grind skip and just picks everything up. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Now there's only rocks and mushrooms and shrubs. The yellow berry shrubs. Because those are not lemons, that's for sure. Lemons would grow on a tree. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna go make some other stuff now. I like the things I chose for the colors for these for this zone actually. The blue grassland zone. It really does sound a lot like the Sonic location. The Sonic level. Especially since I put the word zone at the end. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm gonna move all of this actually into the player, the real player, the base player. Do I not have a base player thing? Oh, base player. See, that was a test player. Ironically, the base player needs all the test player's things. So maybe he's a little more than just a test player. Paste all of these. And then I gotta change the sprite eventually. Actually, sprite doesn't need to be there. Sprite does not need to be there at all. And base player needs to be changed to a different type. He needs to be changed to a character body. And you need to be changed to a character body. And then I need to move all of all this stuff into base player. Yeah, these are actually all necessary. And then I guess for now we'll have the wait, no, this is test player. This will be just a test. Well, I'll remember to write. I'll write test sprite remove. Let me quick load. We'll make the player a freaking potato for now. Oh wait, I forgot I have to use that character then. I'm going to make the player a global. Finally. Oh shoot, he's underneath. Alright, hold on. We'll make him be one higher on the z-axis. There you go, now you can... Hello? There it is. Now you can actually see him. I don't have it's not I'm using a I'm using a thing. I'm using a different thing. Oh shoot. No, no, no. This needs to be wait. Oh. No, 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 wait. Okay. This thing needs to be ordered underneath. No, that's not right. That wasn't right. Oh yeah, no, that isn't right. I'm right. That's right. Yeah. This actually the tile map needs to be rendered underneath. That's what it is. Maybe there's actually a better way to do this. Very strange. Okay. Maybe we'll just add the player in like code somehow. Oh, you know, that is how I have to do it because there's going to be a main menu. Never mind, he can't be a global then. Yeah, the more I think about it, he can't be a global. That's right. Hold on. Put the base player inside. Just plop him right in. Still can't pick anything up though. Is it... Wait. I don't know what I was thinking. It's because I haven't changed the collision on this. That's why this isn't working. I'm like, why is this not working? Why is this not working? Oh. Yeah, right. Test player, what did I put you on again? 1 and okay, 2 and 1. The player is on layer 2. Got it. That's why it's not working. Oh, it's still not working. Strange. Oh, sorry. Hmm. Is there something wrong with my resource? What happened to my resources? Gathering range. Mask 2. Wait, no, that would be in the base resource. Hmm. Oh yeah, I should probably use that custom font that I used. We'll worry about that later. Why are we not being detected right now? Did I mess up? Did I change the ordering? No. No, the ordering is all on 0. Hmm. Put me at 0, 0. Huh. Oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. I know what it is. First off, this needs to be called this class name player. This thing is testing for test player. That's what it is. I remember. That's because I had it in testing purposes. There, now now it's the correct kind. Okay. Good, this works then. You know what? I think I will separate the player input from this input stuff from the player. I'll put it in a new thing underneath here. There's like in a node. But that means I have to make a script for it and stuff. Which means there will be an input handler. Input handler, you're not gonna be not used anymore. You're gonna be used. You're gonna be used, input handler. You're gonna see use. There you go, input handler, right there. You'll be a child of the bass player, because there's nothing else I can do. Wow, Node doesn't even have locations. I've never put a node into a node 2D. So weird. Okay. Test player, get out of here. You're not useful anymore. I have bass player now. The reason why the test sprite is just a test sprite is because I'm probably gonna have this class be extended by something that just puts cosmetic things on top of the player. You know, I was gonna have like a class system kind of where different character classes have different strategies. I'm gonna finally disconnect my controller though. I don't want to waste its battery life. So that's why I have to remove the test sprite eventually. I'm gonna take this whole thing. And then I'm going to put it inside of here. And I'm going to have a ready function. This is your function that's called whenever it enters like the node tree. You don't know. And we're gonna say we need a variable. Does this work the way I want it to? No. Interesting. I'm still learning the whole using a dollar symbol. Even though that's probably like a really basic thing. Alright, I should probably just do like var direction equal or direction. Actually maybe this won't work maybe I can't do it that way. Maybe I should just do it the way where I just add the dots in front. Actually, I can probably do find and replace. So wait, hold on. Get rid of this. Find direction. Replace with player for parent dot direction. Okay. Then we have to find up pressed. Replace with player dot up pressed. Wait, I could have just done replace all. I don't want to do player or player parent dot player parent up pressed though. You are up pressed. You are right pressed. You are left pressed. Yeah, I do. That's from a mod though. You can't see the kitty cat like that without a mod. Oh. Whoa! You also need to be like this, don't you? I don't remember which mod that was though. Yeah, that there's the cat doesn't sit like next to the ocean like this. In Majula. He doesn't do that. Oops. He's definitely not near the ocean. Or she's not near the ocean rather. Whoa, what the frick? Why do these ones have boxes? What's so special about these ones? Huh? Huh, game? What's so special about these ones? Invalid access to player. Oh, I accidentally done it. I done it now. Okay. I did player.player. I actually did hit the player parent dot. Okay. Yeah, that cat, she's usually in the house, isn't she? You know, she just hangs out in the house. You know, she has a good time. And actually, I need the controller again. Frick, I gotta reconnect it. I forgot that I have to test this part too. Settings, Bluetooth. Alright, does it... It knows to do it midway through. That's sick. It knows that the controller's on midway through. You know, have you ever... I've always had these... I've always played games where it's like, oh, the game did not detect a controller after you already launched. You should have turned your controller on before you launched the game. Oh, I know why it's like this. It's because I have find and replace on. That's why there's a box around it. Duh. Let me put at the top here. Handles. Player input. We'll probably need a boolean to or maybe an enum boolean slash enum to swap between being in a zone or crafting UI. I'll handle the mobile controls later. What mod was this actually? I should have a stream of what this mod was. Dark Souls 2. I think it may have been Seeker of Fire, maybe. Actually, I don't know if this is Seeker of Fire. Now I'm very confused. Maybe it's not Seeker of Fire. Okay. I thought too many streams on here. Oh no. Revealing streams from eons ago. Yeah. I'm playing Demon Souls for the first time, and it's a very different experience. Very different experience from the other games. From the other Souls games. Anyway, bass player, you don't need this anymore, I think. Oh, you know what? I forgot to cut all this stuff out. Oof. Does it still work? Oh good, it still works. And do you still work? It really is like I'm on an arcade cabinet. There's only X and there's only the Joy-Con. The stick. That's all there is. Oh, I'm playing it emulated and I'm playing the OG. I was playing a little bit last night without streaming it too because I was bored and I wanted to see what it was like if you played as a magic character. But instead it's devolved into how much can I break the systems that I figured out in there. Yeah, you know, I really gotta ask my brother-in-law if he's played the PS5 version because he has a PS5 and I do not. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever get a PS5 because it's kind of mediocre. It seems kind of mediocre. But I wanted to play it emulated because I wanted to try mods, and then the mod that was on there Yeah, the mod that was like up that people were that I wanted to play was apparently a mod that was just stolen. I mean, like that instantly went through that idea. And it turns out that the overhaul mods are really overhauling, so I was hoping to find just like a cut content mod, you know. Anyway, I need to so the player's speed is variable because this is like I should make a constant base speed. Oh, you know what I need? I need var resource. Wait, no, gather attempts. That's what it needs to be. That's gonna be an int. No, this is a game where you have to collect the resources and then turn them into something. Gather attempt. Am I gonna have like a resource multiplier? Oh, you know what I need? I need a var. Let me put some comments here. Hold on. First off, this stuff. Whoops. This stuff. I need to figure out this stuff. This stuff needs to be over here. And this all can go together for zone movement. And actually also, I will continue to work on this. Hold on. This should be key Q E W. Yeah, that's right. That's right. R down key equals key S. Var F E E underscore A. I forgot to I left this hanging. And basically if I do this, am I allowed to go into here and say, let's see if this crashes actually. If this won't compile. Oh yeah, wait, I can make this. I can make this a player and then that will make this easier actually. Does that work? Or am I going to get, like, cannot be variable? Wait, that works? That means I can edit the keys. Oh, that's quite awesome actually. I like that. Wait, that's great. That is great for me. So this was left key? Yeah, it just tells me. I don't have to do anything. My own code tells me. This means I can make it to where the player can edit the keys if they want to. They can put all their keys in a crazy location and mess everything up or something. Yeah, let me go ahead and change these. I also need to change the interact key, don't I? I thought I somehow I thought I somehow hit Control Z. That would have been weird. Basically, this will make it to where those keys default to like these right here, but if I change them, then it still works. So it's nice and simple. This kind of can just remain like this though. I mean, if you're playing on a PS1 controller, I think you're just doomed. There's nothing. I'm just gonna say that you're doomed if you're on like a PS1 controller. There is no such thing as you being on a PS1 controller. Can you even play like Dark Souls on a PS1 controller? I think it's impossible. I think the only the only Souls like you can play on a PS1 controller is the Bloodborne PSX game. If only. I don't. That'd be really funny. I don't even know how you'd get a. Well, actually, I do know how you would get a PS1 controller to connect. They got things that connect directly to it. How come you're not turning the color blue? Become the color blue for me, please. Is it cause I... No, I'm using them. Weird. Alright, you know what? This ready is, really messing me up. Also, we're gonna make a const base speed in 300. We're gonna call this, we're gonna make the space speed for now. Okay. I'm probably gonna go, I'm gonna go eat lunch too, actually. Whenever I go eat lunch, that's whenever I end the coding section of the day. And then after lunch is the game stream. I never made a thumbnail for the game stream. I have to make a thumbnail very fast. Honestly, I like what I've done here with the event, the input event. I think I'm gonna start working on something else actually, or the player's input. Or should I start that tomorrow? Maybe I should start that tomorrow. I should consider other things. Yeah, I'm playing. I'm not gonna play it all the way through, but I remember how people were clowning on the game Two Worlds 2. So I wanted to see what Two Worlds 1 was like. Because I played Gothic last year, and now I really want to play something more like Gothic again. And that game looks like Gothic, so I'm hoping it's like Gothic for some reason, but it's definitely not going to be. Everyone is comparing it to Skyrim. So I'm feeling as though it's not going to be Gothic. It's not going to be Gothic-like. Yeah, I should just work on this some more. I need to open up my my development doc though. Do I have this on stream right now? No. I just realized I keep having this window open when I shouldn't. You know what? I don't need to show the game doc. I just need to look at it myself. I don't know why I'm about to do that. Thanks for coming though. Thanks for coming and watching. I don't know. What classes did I have? I never made a character classes actually. I never made a singular character class. Yeah, I never made the character classes. Uh... Okay, I see. Yeah. Class to gain a bonus for certain types of character classes. Yeah, I didn't make any of the character classes. Okay. I'll write these down here, but they won't be... wait, hold on. Enum character... That's not character, that's actor. Actually, do you capitalize this all the way? I don't remember. Rogue. Wait, hold on. Oh, right. I don't put an enters. I just do like this. Hmm. We'll say... We'll say there'll be like a warrior. Former warrior. Teacher, sorry. Wizard. Actually, no, I think retired wizard is better. That's a better title. Retired wizard is a good one. I got one. Money launderer. That's gotta be one of them. Former warrior, retired wizard, money. You know what? We should say fired warrior. And then, one that's really generic would be like just small town blacksmith. That'll be the guy. That's if you're a fence-sitting dweeb and you refuse to be anything but you refuse to be a warrior, a retired wizard, or a money launderer. Oh my god, I've forgotten how to do exports. Okay, that's how you do it. There we go. Now what does this look like in the thing again? What does this look like? Oh good, it does it the right way I want it to be. What good classes I have. But they are good class names. I'm not even being ironic. This is serious. I think calling them fired warrior that makes perfect sense for someone who knows how to make warrior class items. Retired wizard, that totally makes sense. And money launderer, those all make sense. And then small town blacksmith for someone who has generic buffs to all things. That just makes sense. I gotta plan this out first though. Classes the player can choose from that determine changes to how effective and now I get to write into here fired blacksmith or no fired warrior. I get to write into here retired wizard, money launderer, and small town blacksmith. Making your character just be a money launderer really reminds me of the game Alona, which I've been playing an excessive amount on my phone. And I've gotta be honest, it's great. I actually like the Alona game on the phone, even though it is filled with like pay to win stuff. It feels like you don't need it at all. You don't need to pay to win at all. It feels all cosmetic. I'm pretty sure that the summons you can get are ridiculous. It doesn't, like, there's no need to get them. I think I gotta go make more card effects before I proceed in the direction of proceed through this. I'm thinking that I'm going to make type matchups in this. I'm gonna make rock paper scissors, Pokemon style type matchups. And that will help me make way more different resources and also make way more way more different resources, as well as it lets me pan these out easier. Like the warrior can be, we're gonna make the warrior be like earth aligned. The wizard will be all different elements aligned, because that he's a wizard, he knows all of the elements. The money launderer will not be able to deal with the elements at all. And small town blacksmith over there, well, I mean, he's just gonna receive a bonus to every single card type. Small town blacksmith is gonna be really boring. Like a really boring character. I imagine whenever I make small town blacksmith, and I say, it just says, make all of your cards have +1 to the effect, not like the cost, and that's it, it's just +1. People are gonna exploit that and make a bunch of cards that draw 2. So I'm gonna have to make it read. I'm gonna have to make it read. Except for draw cards. And also for discard cards, it pluses 1. So it discards 2 of your cards instead of 1. That's evil. That's mean to fence sitters. The crude fence sitter. Oh yeah, these should be all booleans. I'm pretty sure the default is false, but we'll put it on. You know, these should all actually just be in. It's dawning on me that all of this stuff should just be in the class, shouldn't it? Yeah, they should, shouldn't they? I'm not gonna use them in here. I might use the zone movement stuff, but I'm not gonna use them in here. I'm not gonna use this stuff. Yeah, why did I put these in here? Why didn't I just put these in here? Alright, replace. Replace. Why did I do that? Player parent dot up key. Replace this with just up key. Down key. That almost sounds like donkey. Just replace it with down key. Left key. I don't know why I did this. Why on earth did I not just think? Yeah, those aren't used at all by the player, huh? And I mean, like, this up press stuff isn't going to be used either. Yeah, I was playing Demon Souls last night, just for fun. an off-stream character that you may see whenever I stream Demon Souls again. Obviously not today. Today I've decided I'm playing two worlds because I'm weird and I wanted to try. I wanted to try it. And basically in that playthrough, I actually do need the direction though. In that playthrough, oh, right. In that playthrough, I'm going to I've been just like messing around a bit. I wanted to see what pure black world tendency looked like. And I learned real quick. I learned very quickly how it works. There's also something whenever I go on the normal playthrough that I have to go get very like at the very beginning. I do not know what is going to happen when I do that too. You know, there's something special that I missed at the beginning of the first level actually. Like 1-1. I totally missed it whenever I went to go whenever yeah, actually I guess I totally missed it at the beginning. But also kind of not. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I think the Fired Warrior should lightly align with Earth cards. I should use same language in my document of things that's massive. Yeah, I think that makes sense. The warrior will align lightly with Earth cards, which means it will give them a +1 to their effect. And the direct damage cards and armor cards will get a 1.5 times bonus, or a minimum of +2 to their effect. Makes sense. Hold on. Poorly handles armor cards. Give -2 to these parts. If positive effect. I need to add a boolean to every card. Whenever I go to make a card, I need to make sure that a card effect has like a... Oh wow, I have mana cost and stamina cost, huh? I need to make sure that I have like a negative effect and a positive effect. Target self, effect text, yep. Heal, damage, block. Okay, yeah. We'll make a new one called at export enum fire, water, earth, wind. And there is no light in this world, it's only dark, baby. None. There is no light in this world, it's only dark, baby. Our elemental effect. Wait, once I've done this. Card effect. Let me look at the card effect thing. How does this... I don't really use this one. Where did card effect go? There it is. Yeah, you know, I gotta put... I should probably put none at the front, actually. There we go. None is at the front, so now it's the default. Alright, sorry, I wiped my face. Oof. I should say that the wizard does not handle dark well. He's not gonna handle dark well. He's gonna heavily align with all the elemental cards except for dark. The money launderer will heavily align with dark. I don't need to write if they are earth aligned or something. And I think he's going to be really heavily aligned, so he's going to say ×2 to these dark cards. Heavily aligns with damage over time. Give ×1.5 to these cards min 2. The dark card should also probably be min +2. Poorly handled. I'm just, I'll review. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put the doc on the screen so that there's something to see. I'm just writing these down before I put them in. Poorly handles armor, magic shield, cards. Give -2 to these cards if positive effect. Maybe it doesn't even matter if it's a positive effect. Maybe if I make it to where a spell costs you... Actually... Give health cost. This one will cost health. Because the character can't handle using messes up using armor and magic shield. The retired wizard will do something else. He'll get a -2. Aligns with nothing. Give +1 to every card effect, excluding drawing, but including discards. What a terrible class to pick. Hopefully no one picks the small town blacksmith. You know, excluding drawing, but including discards. Yeah, the wizard will align with every type except for dark. Every elemental card. Aligns. Oops. Did I call it magic shield or did I call it energy shield in there? Ah, yes, elemental magic shield. I did. Okay. Oh, okay. No, yeah, I called it magic shield, but I disseminated between the two. With magic shield effect. Give times 3 to the effect. Which may sound like a lot, but magic shield takes a lot, like will take more damage. Okay. I think the way I'm going to make magic shield work is if you use a magic shield of a certain type, like there's going to be different types so that I can fill out the different types. The different resources I make, rather, I'm sorry. If I see that you have like a magic shield that is not that matches the type, then it will work like armor. But if you see that the magic shield is like of the opposite type, you take double damage through your magic shield will take double damage. No, actually that one will be triple damage. If you see one of a neutral type, like if you get hit with like a physical attack and you have like a magic shield that blocks against fire, then that will do 2 times damage to the magic shield. If that makes sense. I don't know how I'm handling dodge though. Did I ever write how I'm handling dodge? Okay, so I called it an amount of block. Yeah, you know, I like that. I like that. That seems good. We'll see how I handle this effect later. But I do like this. I'm gonna write that actually, because there's this one will wear off after a fight. I agree with that. But then also same alignment damage will be just times 1. Opposite alignment damage will be times 3. Neutral. Because the idea of Magic Shield is that you'll be allowed to get a lot of it from your cards, from your effect. That seems good. Really fills out my resources that I can make too. It really, really does. That's something that I was running out of conceptually, actually. We'll say really heavily aligns with that one. See, poorly, this should obviously say poorly handles magic shield, because you can probably still handle dodging as a fired warrior. We'll say cannot be elemental. And we'll say in here, whoops, alignment matchup if elementally aligned. Without elemental alignment, all damage times 2. Because they will all be neutral. Cannot be elemental or physical, actually. Just like a non-alignment. Null alignment. So all of it will be times 2. If I have like a dungeon where all the mobs are dark type, then that means that they will all deal just like you could build an entire you could sell just like cards that are all dark aligned, you know? But if you're the fired warrior, you can't do that. That's the idea. That will be the idea. Okay. Well, it's that time that I go for lunch, and I'll be back after lunch to stream 2 worlds. I've got to make a thumbnail though, so I'm gonna cut off the Twitch stream too and come back later. I think tomorrow we're gonna take a break from the game development and we're gonna instead make something with Godot. I'll be quick. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, I've gotta go now. I really like the things that I did today though, changing the input handler stuff. That seemed pretty good. Anyway, I'll be back, but I'm gonna end this broadcast here. I'll be back.